There was a lot of, I guess, hope that something was going to happen where you are this weekend. But what happened?
Well, you're right. There were a lot of expectations that I think the U.S. and China could finally get over some of these tensions that have been plaguing the relationship. The Shangri-La dialogue is basically an annual meeting of defense officials and defense experts that takes place here in Singapore, somewhat neutral ground in Asia. And Secretary Llойд Ostin is flying in. His counterpart from China, Li Shanfu, was flying in. They will likely still be in the same room at times, but it doesn't sound like, from what we're hearing, that they'll get a chance to meet. And I think for U.S. officials in particular, I think they're going to be very frustrated about the inability they've had to just establish basic contact. I don't think they're looking to have a big negotiation and make some kind of a deal. I just think they've been trying to get channels of communication reopened, find a way to deal with the other side when there is a crisis or a spike in tension.
Yeah, China says that Li Shangfu wouldn't be on an equal footing with Llойд Остин while those sanctions are hovering over him. But this failure to meet, what are the risks involved in this?
Well, I think, from the U.S. side, their frustration has been that, for instance, when that alleged spy balloon was floating over the United States and got shot down, they feel like it's important to be able to just talk to the other side and say what your intentions are and say, try to explain your side of the argument. That hasn't been possible. I think their concern is if there's some other peak in tensions, whether it's over Taiwan or the South China Sea or even just a military accident, that they have a channel they can go to open up talks. And right now, I think they feel like every time they try to do it, it gets shut down.
And Bill, it seems like when it comes to the U.S. and its allies, they've moderated the tone a little bit when it comes to China, right? Decoupling to now de-risking. For Beijing, though, that sounds like all the same to them. Is there really a difference?
Well, yeah, you're right. From the Chinese perspective, it's all semantics. I think the U.S. and its allies are trying to find a way to say, listen, we want to keep trade with China. We want to keep doing business with China, but we don't want to facilitate risk to our national security. China doesn't see it that way. They see the West as ganging up on preventing them from having access to some of these high technology computer chips and other things. They think it's just a matter of rephrasing that really isn't a substantive change, and they've rejected that talk of de-risking.